Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Debunk Paranormal. In today's video, we have 8 clips that we are going to be debunking. Some of these clips are the most ridiculous claims of paranormal that I've ever seen in my life, and I wanted to share that with you. Not all of them, but some of them. But all of them are ridiculous in the end. And also, if you haven't done it yet, please go ahead and leave a like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification button. And yeah, here we go. Let's see if these clips are what they are.
¿Qué hace? Ven, ven, te vas a caer. Mano, esto no es un perro, mano. Este es un aviso de algo, huevón. Poco, huevón, ¿ah? Mano, este está bien sospechoso, huevón. Este huevón está bien sospechoso. Voy a seguir avanzando, ¿ok? No voy a correr, hermano. Espera, todavía no voy a correr. Todavía no voy a... Eran choros, hermano. Ya sé, hermano, ya sé, pero por eso te digo. ¿Es el perro? El perro se convirtió en humano. ¿Qué hablan, mano? Oh, mano, los filmes, ¿saben qué?
Okay, you get the gist of it. So, the dog in the beginning, apparently, is now the man that's following him. Where is that man? It's now that man. So the dog shapeshifted and turned into that man. Okay, so we all know that's a load of BS, right? And there's no proof of that. And this guy goes from talking about the dog.
Este es un aviso de algo, huevón. Poco, huevón, ¿ah?
And then later on in the video, so we don't know how much time has passed or what proof he has that is the dog that turned into that man. I don't even know why I'm discussing this. This is clearly fake. Just people, people making up the dumbest things and then other people believing it. And it makes it to a top 5. This is from Mind Junkie, by the way. Next one. So before we move on to the first one, the first clip, the guy, there's a shadow man on the stairs. And then when he pans his camera back, it's no longer there. Now, once again, to me, that's not proof of the paranormal. To me, that is just proof that these guys will do anything to fake a video. To make it seem like it's something it isn't. Because if you look at, he sees it, and then how much time elapses before he decides to pan it back. Is that not enough time for his friend to run up the stairs as quietly as possible? That is not proof of the paranormal, and neither is this, the next clip. And earlier, the team left a static night vision camera in one of the downstairs rooms while they were investigating. This is what it caught. That face is what it caught. But it doesn't show us, it just goes to the zoomed in version and then shows us there's a face that appears there. My question is, why are ghosts always hiding behind something, looking around a corner like a peeping Tom? Why are ghosts like that? And why have we as humans made it to believe that this is what ghosts do? They peek around corners. They are creepers. That is not proof of the paranormal. Okay. The shadow on the stairs, this guy, that's 100% fake. That's not real. That is really happening, but that is his friend. There's no proof of the paranormal from that. And then the creeper, the demon creeper, yeah, he's also 100% fake. Next clip. This guy's got a lot of ghosts.
Llegando a mi casa. Y ven el árbol, ven allá. ¿Lo ven? Acá. Ahí en el medio. Hay como una figura oscura.
So, okay, that's the first time he sees a ghost. Now, let's look at that ghost real quick.
Hay como una figura oscura.
So, we now know that this guy is no stranger to editing to manipulate a video. Look at the appearance of it though. It is... I mean, just look at the color. There's no color grading put into that at all. He just put that image in there and then dropped the opacity down. That's all he did. And it is hanging half over the tree and half behind the tree. It's not even behind the tree. It's just, he just put it on top of the tree. I mean, look at that. He wants you to think that it's peeking from behind. It looks like a woman standing with her hand on her hip. Like this ghost has been waiting for her husband to come back from the pub. And every man that walks down that sidewalk, she appears quickly, just boom, it's him. No, it's not him. And then leaves until she finds him. I mean, the fact that even Mind Junkie can watch this and go, yeah, this guy really caught a joke. I mean a ghost. He caught a joke on camera. That's going to be merch. But this guy doesn't stop there. He's got other stuff happening. Now I removed the music, but the sounds that's happening, I quickly brought that back in as original because I don't want to be striked for whatever music they're using. Now this is the same guy, so let's keep in mind that he is no stranger to faking his stuff. So why would any of the other stuff be real? So that's a gasp that came in. So if that's not an overlay, then I don't know what is, but listen to that.
No.
Okay, so let me get a little bit more of that sound, the original sound. So the bottom one here is the one where I removed the background music. So this is what that part would sound like. I don't want to be struck there.
No.
If that's not a sound overlay, then I don't know what is.
No.
Clearly a sound overlay. Anyway, let's continue.
¿Se escucha el ruido? Acá está la habitación.
Listen to that noise.
¿Se escucha el ruido? Acá está la habitación de mi hija.
Now I know that is a sound overlay because this is the original. I'm showing you the wrong. I'm showing small screen. Sorry about that. This is the original. And listen to the dogs. You can hear the dogs start barking in the background, and then it goes quiet in their same original sound clip. It's because this is a sound overlay. The noise. But there were dogs barking in the background, and he didn't have the foresight to go, okay, I should wait for the dogs to stop barking and then record the nonsense sound I want and then overlay that. Because now we have a barking dog. But people don't have the foresight for that, I guess, if they are known fakers.
Hey. Se siente re fría esta habitación.
This is all original sound because there was no sound background music.
Carajo.
Listen to that crying again. That is clearly a sound overlay. Well, okay, this guy, anyway, there's so much happening here that he's got so many ghosts, but then this last clip, he's walking and then something is going to appear.
Oh, esa salsa, pero... Esa mi perra tiene un cono, pero... Ahí se escucha algo raro,
That's the sound that comes with that thing. It makes that screeching sound. Check that out again.
Escucha algo raro,
Now, I mean, anybody can see that that is an edit. I mean, if you cannot see that, then I don't know what to do other than to show you what I can show you. But yeah, 100% an overlay. Going frame by frame. I mean, look at it. I mean, this guy is ridiculous. And the fact that it's believed, it's what freaks me out. So this entire guy is fake. He's fake. I don't even think he exists, to be honest. Heat signature. This one didn't have sound. It was just massively loud music the whole time. But you'll see now he's going to use thermals, yeah, in a minute. So he sees that and he runs out. Now that's the clip. He sees that thing and he runs away. Now, to me, that's not proof of the paranormal, because listen, people need to make up their minds. Paranormal, can you pick them up on thermal? Are they going to radiate heat or not? This thing is radiating heat because it's glowing red, except where the shirt is and the pants is and parts of the pants. So all of these areas, that's hot area, that's open skin, where the thermal can see there's heat being radiated from it. The darker spots here, that's where the clothes are, and that radiates as cool from the thermal. Now, to me, if that thing radiates heat, if that was not a thermal imaging being used, then you should have been able to see it on camera. Now, he is using a camera because he's filming his phone with that camera. So why didn't they release the full footage from this part, from where he's filming his phone? Why didn't they release that? That's just someone that's there with him on that ghost hunt. And that is not proof of the paranormal. That is all fake. Next one. Hoodwinked. I've covered this one before. It is an edit. And there is things that happen in this clip that is weird to me. But I can't remember where I saw, because this is not the full clip. But I remember, so let's go frame by frame right before the hoodie is being pulled. So there it's being pulled. And here's one part. Okay, so let me get my graphic templates over here. So here's one part. As the hoodie is being pulled, you can see some reflection on the glass. So let me do that. Let me make it red so that everybody can see it. And let's go back. And let's make it smaller because that's way too big. Let's make it a 10. And there's, as the hoodie is being pulled, you see that? There's something moving in the reflection over here, right there, as the hoodie is being pulled. So what is that? There's nothing else moving here. It's just that. And then I think they are using a wire removal tool. Now, wire removal tool, what it does is, if there's a wire coming down here, you would have a brush that you would go and dab that out. And whatever is in the background, it will simulate that where you brushed it out. It will simulate whatever is in the background there. And that will give you a janky line and stuff like that. But I'm not sure if it is, because you have this little white thing over here that is on the hoodie, and it's also not on the hoodie. So now it's over there. And then it disappears. That little white spot over there. Then it disappears. So maybe that's, I don't know what they would have done to have that effect. Because then it half disappears and then comes back. Right on my cursor, if you can't see that. Right where the arrow is. The arrow is actually pointing to the floor in the video. So there is it over there, and then it goes onto the hoodie, moves with the hoodie. Look at that. It's a tiny movement, but it does. So let's go zoom in, and let's put the circle also there so you can see it right there. So now, do you see it moves with the hoodie, that little white thing? And then when he turns, then it appears. Look, it appears. It's not like it appears slowly, and then it moves weirdly like that, as you see, and then it disappears, and then it's gone. So what is that? There, it's there, and then it also disappears. So that's something weird, and that's when the hoodie gets pulled all in around the time. So that's something weird. So yeah, the reflection on the glass when the hoodie gets pulled, right there, something is up high and it pulls the hoodie and it reflects. It's sort of in this vicinity over here, pulls the hoodie. Yeah, so definitely a string being used, and then they wanted to hide it with a wire removal tool, but I guess they didn't quite exactly know how that works, and then that thing, I don't know why that happened, but it happened. So yeah, the hoodie, Hoodwinked over here, that's fake. Grocery shopping.
Watch this. Okay, you see this dude? Okay. Watch all of this over here.
They also show something there, but I don't know what they are showing there. They never specified what they're showing there. So is that happening at the same time?
Watch all of this
as this is happening? Because we can't clearly see. Okay, there we can see now. Oh, okay. By my mouse. Right here. Something happens here. This thing quickly appears and then disappears. Why? Is that what they're trying to show at the end here? Is that there it appears and then it disappears? But they don't really show us, do they? I'm thinking it's got something to do with the faking over here. Okay, so let's talk about what we are seeing here. What I think is happening is similar to that Chinese store ghost where the lady screams and the stuff moves away from her. It's strings. That's what's being used. to pull. And I think the guy that's walking by is in on it because of the way he
Okay,
walks.
you see this dude? Okay,
It's nonchalant, walking,
Watch all of
looking at the
this
things very
over
nonchalantly.
here.
And I think he is placed there to throw off the scent of the strings being used, because people would go, but if it were strings, why didn't he step or get tangled in the strings as he's walking by? Well, if he's an actor, well, not an actor, but if he's used to act the part of a passerby here, the strings lying flat on the ground, he would know where they are, and then walking very specifically to not trip over them or to pull on them as he's walking by, as he is, because he's walking very nonchalantly.
Watch all of this over here.
Stepping in a very specific way, I would say. To me, that looks that way. And then right after that, the strings are being pulled. And it seems like they are, because they are all falling in the same direction. So telling me the strings are coming from one central position. Yeah, it's definitely just strings. That's all. Tied to some of the things. Because not all of them are falling down, just some select items. And those are the select items with the strings. This is fake. That is just, people want to bring some attention in some way, and that's how they do it. And there are a lot of people that will say, yep, that happened to me once. I seen it. I was one of the people that been thrown from the fridge. That's fake. Ghost swingers. So this is all we have. Just the swing and a disability parking. And that's it. Just the swing doing that. Why is the swing doing that? And then look, there's nobody here. It is just me and this swing and the disability parking. So to me, again, once again, this is just strings. Someone could be in there, hiding in there, pulling on a piece of fishing line, pulling this thing, and it does what it does. It's quite simple. Wait a minute, go back. Just want to see something. Now that arrow is in the way. I'm absolutely sure, but I can't be too certain, that I just seen a glint of some sort. Which could be that glint over there. Because if it's fishing line, it will reflect some of the light back depending on what color fishing line you're using. And I think that might be it. Because they have their high beams from the car directly on the swing. And if there's a line involved, if the line gets into a certain position, it would reflect some of that light. Like in that one frame. That happens in one frame. A glint happens there. So to me that, I would say, because that is the easiest way to fake that. Because if you look, also, the way the swing is being pulled, the top part swings out and comes back down. Because that is where the rope is pulling from. It's from the top part of the swing. It's tied around this part over here. And it's being pulled this way. And that's why it goes askew like that. So yeah, 100%. There's a string around that and it's being pulled. Like it's being pulled, yeah. Definitely fake. It's just people seeking attention. That's all that is. Next one. 3 sheets and a pan. Did I say 3 sheets and a pan or just 3 sheets and a pan? No, 3 pans and a sheet. Dyslexia kicked in hard. Okay, before we do the next one, he even falls over, plays into it. If that is not clear to everyone, that there's a string tied to this span, then tied to this span, and a string tied to this span, tied to this span, and this span tied to a string that is around a hook on the ceiling. Excuse me, but we can't see the hook on the ceiling because it's being filmed like this is the centerpiece. These 3 pans hanging here, that's the centerpiece, and we need to focus on that. Don't get the rest of the room involved in this. Because if he were to pan up just a centimeter, we would see the hook in the wall or in the ceiling. Because why are all the pans hanging so uniformly? Why? I don't know. You tell me. Now, next part. After that fell, he says the fan just turns on. So someone's not there flicking the switch. I don't know. But what he sees then next is the end of the world. There's a sheet standing straight up. The sheet is like, damn it, dude. I told you, you have to wash me every time you have nobody over. Yeah, we've seen a lot of these sheets being used. Yeah, as if there's not a string attached to it as well, similar to the pans. Those are the 8 clips that I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you think that I debunked this, go ahead and leave a comment. Tell me what you think about the debunk. Also leave a like. If you think I didn't debunk it and all of this is truly happening, also tell me about it in the comment section. We can argue about it. Maybe I'll make a post about it. About how stupid you are. Remember your grammar before you type something stupid. But that's going to be it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.